This hot pot was lost for almost a century. Loved by Empress Dowager Cixi, it is now restored for everyone.
对吧？
吃了吗您呢？
This is perhaps the best pork belly you could ever have. It needs over 100 hours to prepare.
菊花酸菜卤肉热锅。
This man lives near the famous Hohai Lake in downtown Beijing. He is a Beijinger, a jeep driver,
哎呀，宝啊！
and as you see, a cat lover. He rarely argues except when it comes to one thing.
有人说北京是美食荒漠，您怎么看呀？
他们没吃过没见过呀。六朝古都870多年的历史，怎么会是美食荒漠呢？
Yes, he can say that, because he is the reason the dish still lives on today. Pork belly has long been loved by Chinese cooks all over the country.
1层、2层、3层、4层、5层。
Chop it into chunks. Pierce with needles so that it can absorb seasonings like a sponge. Rub with salt and Chinese cooking wine. The meat gradually becomes tender and soft. It is the chef's magic. Then leave the meat at a low temperature, color with soy sauce, and then comes a critical step. Air dry for 2 days. This is the key to the crispy skin. Tap the pork when you hear a sound like this. It means it's ready for the oven.
这肉差不多了，可以烤了。
The roast duck oven is probably the greatest invention by Beijingers, because it not only roasted world-famous Peking duck, but in the past, it also cooked Beijing's long-lost delicacies, overmeat. Roasting brings out the extra fat and leaves the skin extremely crispy. Steam to soften its textures. The pork belly becomes tender and full of flavor. From the first chop to the last, it takes 120 hours. Glass noodles and Chinese sauerkraut at the bottom, then the sliced open meat, chrysanthemums on top. Finish with broth.
起火。
Hot pot has long been loved by Chinese in winter.
尝一尝，先尝一尝。
As the broth boils, the aroma of chrysanthemums becomes even more refreshing. The pork tastes so tender that it seems to melt in your mouth. And the fluffy skin can absorb the broth like Yorkshire pudding.
这就是卤肉的特点。这个肉皮也是软烂鲜香，入口即化的。这菊花呢，咱说清甘明目的，解腻的，所以说和酸菜搭配在一起，在这个季节，就是非常的有特点、有特色。
Beijing once had a splendid culture of food in its early years. But just as London during World War II, decades of war struck a huge blow to Beijing's culinary culture.
人呐，活在世上是第一件大事，吃。有钱了，想吃了，生活水平提高了，就要找这些个过去咱自己祖宗给留下这种优良的品种。
He has restored hundreds of traditional Beijing dishes with his mentor.
和先生在一起这20多年呢，一共给我们讲了将近900多道菜。
And it is not easy when people are trying to make quick money by following trends.
潮流追过，谁没年轻过呀？是吧？拼凑出来的东西，就像花瓶里插的花一样，顶多绽放咱1周，它自然会枯萎。自己民族的东西有这么好的菜，为什么咱不把它给传承下呢？
He said, "It's not about the food. It is about his dignity."